And just to be specific, spitting, sifting through they airways like Bree Specific. Got more power than 92.
Bree Specific with What's the Word? You know, I'm always at LSD Studios, black owned, women owned music production studio in Chicago. Okay, see Ebony, she love that already. And I'm here with my girl Ebony Riley.
What's up, boo?
How are you?
Good, can't complain.
You been going crazy.
I've been trying, girl.
Okay, because I feel like, well, I like to tell people how I kind of like got in tune with you, but I feel like a lot of people got in tune with you. I saw your listening party, and everybody was there. So I was like, who is this girl that got the beepers outside? Drake was DJing. I didn't even know Drake DJ'd.
I didn't know either.
How is he as a DJ?
I mean, he was good. He had the vibes going. Like, it was fun. Everybody, we was there all night. Everybody said I had it feeling like, oh, New York. So I'm like, that
is great.
That was a good, yeah.
Especially because you're from here. You're from the Midwest. So, yeah, I love that. So, were you expecting your listening party to be that grand or?
I mean, not really. Because I'm one of the people who I kind of play devil's advocate. Like, I don't like to, but sometimes I don't want to just assume. It's like, I know a lot of people. I made a lot of connections, relationships with people over the past 10 years, but that don't mean that everybody gonna pull up. Like, people can say they fuck with you, but it's another thing where it's like,
when they actually show that they rock with you for sure.
Like, obviously, like, I knew my people would pull up, but it still hit different when it's in like the real time where I was like, damn, like, y'all showed out. Like, it was a time.
Okay, well, let's just talk about the feeling of your first listening party, putting out your first. It's an album, not just an EP. It's an EP. Putting out your first EP, and you seeing the reaction from it. Like, how are you feeling about it?
How do I feel, girl? I'm still like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna ever stop processing it until maybe I get to the next project, because this is my first time releasing something with anybody, like, to the world. So it was one of them things where I knew people was gonna rock with it, because like I'm spitting, like I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about. So it's like people gonna relate, but at the same time, it's like you can't just assume that. So now me seeing it and like getting the messages and all that is just still like, damn, like, y'all, they rocking with me.
I love that for you, because I feel like it's so organic. Because it wasn't like, oh, we saw Ebony Riley everywhere, and then the project came out. It was literally like, we saw this listening party and the project was there. So I love that. So let's actually talk about the project. Save Me is my favorite song.
Yeah, Save Me.
I feel it from beginning to end. So let's just talk about the inspiration behind the project. What made you go this route? Because I know you're an R&B singer, but you know, you could have always just been like, okay, I'm bad in R&B, or you could have been like, oh, I'm hella heartbroken in R&B. But I feel like you touched on so many different situations in this project. So let's talk about that.
I love that you say that, actually, because I feel like I really be in all those different moments where it's like sometimes I'm feeling like on cloud nine, like, oh, I'm feeling somebody. Then next thing it's like, but I'm not the girl that's like, everybody trash, all these things. I don't believe that. Like, I do believe it's somebody.
I've been delivered from that. I feel like I used to be that girl.
Yeah, like it is a lot of, it's trash. Don't get me wrong. The streets is ghetto.
It's very ghetto out here.
Washed.
Very ghetto.
Washed. But I do believe that it's somebody for everybody. So, like, I just feel like it's like a good love story going wrong, you know. And this was really kind of around a very specific time in my life when I was 21. Trifling. Wait, can I cuss on here?
You can.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you,
This is a safe space.
Stressing me. I'm like, I gotta. But it's really dedicated to a very specific time when I was 21. What did trifling? My friend, and like,
is he still living?
He is, and he
That's
still be
crazy.
trying to get back on. I ain't fucking with
I
ya.
feel like the Detroit in you would have been like, no.
Nah, I'm not fucking with it. Like,
Okay.
ain't no beef. Like, it's like I think everything happened for a reason. I'm
And
grateful.
you heal from it.
Yeah,
clearly.
exactly. I'm still healing. Like, I'm over that situation, but it's still like, it's still a lot of other stuff that I'm just now. This is the first time I ever really spoke about a lot. So, I mean, yeah, and I do believe everything happened for a reason. So I'm like, thank God that's the bullet. But yeah, I feel like it's y'all going with me through a love story gone wrong. So it's like, you know, open. It's like you meet the guy, you feeling them. It's all good and cute. And then
It starts out very good.
very good, all cute. And then draws, like, you know, you give him a little kitty cat, get the cat out the cage. And then it's like, deuce. That's what it's like the game start playing. It's like, you wasted my time. You know, then why why it's fun for me. That will make me feel good. Even though it's still like he playing games, it still just feel good. Like it make me feel like I just want to dance. I don't know. And then what's Cry? Cry is just one of them songs where it's like you accepting your emotions. Like it's okay to not be okay. Because I feel like everybody just try to put this facade and everybody just like.
You have to be so confident all the time. You have to be like that girl every time you wake up. But it's okay not to be that girl today.
And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let nobody make me be the girl that's always on.
I can't do that. I'm overly emotional. Like I watched Wakanda Forever last week for the first time. Girl, I cried like 7 times. Like I'm overly emotional. Like I cry when like other people die in movies. So it's like I cannot hold back my emotions.
I'm getting there now. I've been like that the past I say like 2 years. I've been like crazy emotional. Where before I wasn't. It was like I always knew how to mask it and put it off. Where now, baby. Child. Be like, girl, what you crying for?
Child.
What you crying for?
No, for sure. What's your favorite song off the project?
Save Me. It saved me. It saved me. Then I say Open. Save Me, Deuce Deuce, then Open. But I don't want to put like one below the other. It's like all three. Because it's all 3 different emotions, 3 different vibes. Where it's like, Save Me is very personal. Deuce Deuce is like, I'm just popping my shit. And then Open is just like, it feel good. Like, I just want to be back.
I love it.
Top down, titties out. I'm just playing, ain't gonna have no titties out. It just made me feel good. It made me feel like summertime and remind me of home.
I love that. So let's talk about Deuce Deuce, the single. Why did you want to pick Deuce Deuce as the single?
I feel like a lot of people relate to that. It's like people, like, especially in this day and age, I feel like it's so, women are accessible, unfortunately. Not say it like that. No shade, no tea. It's just like the way be moving is just like, yeah, they be playing. So it was like, it was one of them songs where I knew a lot of people will relate to it. Where it's like, everybody can't relate to Save Me. A lot of people will, but it's like, I can't, like, a lot of people ain't been through that. Everybody ain't from the hood. Everybody ain't,
For sure. Everybody can't relate to that.
Yeah.
But even with Deuce Deuce, I feel like, I like how you, like, encouraging, like, if he playing with you, like, let him go. Because I feel like we live in a culture these days where it's like, you don't necessarily have to let him go if he's buying you what what you want, or if he's taking you on trips or doing all these material things, and then it's like you putting up with it. You like, oh well, he can just go do what he want to do as long as I'm living this type of lifestyle, I'm fine.
I mean, to each his own. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But nah, I ain't with it. But I'm very big on, like, I'm cool with all my exes. Like, I don't have no beef with nobody except for
How
one.
How you be cool with all your exes?
Because I know that they fucked up. I know that they know they fucked up. And I know that they gonna, like, they regret it every time. It ain't been one that ain't been like, damn, and ain't tried to slide back in. So it's like, I have enough confidence in knowing, like, I didn't do you wrong. I know I ain't fucked up. I know I don't be disrespected. It's like, I know how I move with people. So it's like, you fucked up. So if we weren't meant either, if it's just like a situation where it's like we just wasn't for each other, that's another thing too. Yeah. Where it's like ain't gotta be no beef. It is one that's blocked and you ain't getting unblocked.
Cause period. Okay.
But the rest is cool.
I think I only blocked one of my exes. No, I blocked 2. I blocked one for a long time, and then one of them is like, okay, I'm gonna block him for a week and then unblock him. Then I'll unblock him for another week. Yeah, that's how I run. But I promised myself I wasn't gonna block nobody else. I'm a Scorpio. I need you talking to the mic.
My best friend is Scorpio. Shout out to my sis.
Period. She's November, Scorpio, October.
November.
Oh, okay. Period. What's your sign?
A Leo.
A Leo? That's what? October?
August.
So,
August 6th.
Oh, so you're like very dominant.
I am.
That's good though.
But it's weird because I am, but then I also know how to submit, like, depending on what, But yeah, it's like I got both. It's like it get both, but sure. I am dominant.
But I meant dominant in like just in nature. Like you're like a go getter. Like it's I'm never gonna give up until I get this thing.
In the bed.
I mean, you could be that too. Sure. All depends on what you like. Period.
Yeah, I am. That's how I'm here. Girl, I gotta people don't think like that from where we from. You know what I mean? It's like we ain't shown the possibilities. We not being told and encouraged. Like, yeah, you can do this, you can do that. It's like, I thank God for my ambition and for whatever messages God was sending me to get up and leave and go for my dreams.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because it'd be tough. Like, I know you probably just like, we both probably know people that are like still in the hood that haven't even like have probably never left the hood. Like
Yeah.
I know people that have never seen downtown Chicago before, and we live in Chicago.
Oh wow.
Like yeah, so it's like, and I also feel like once you kind of get that little inkling of, okay, I'm gonna branch off, and hey, life's great over here. I could branch off a little bit more, and hey, life's even greater over here. So you just want to keep seeing all the possibilities. It's kind of like a limitless like mindset. For sure. I love that. So speaking of limitless mindset, so you started in Detroit. You left Detroit to go to LA. How old were you when you left?
I left when I was 21.
And what was like, okay, let's just get up and go?
So that's what I got to correct. I said that on Sway, that I just sporadic. It wasn't so much sporadic. It was sporadic, but I had the intentions of going for America's Next Top Model. Didn't make it. And then from there, it was like I came back, stacked my money. I keep saying I stacked, but it was no stacking, y'all. It was, this number is very specific and special because it was $176. And it's like, girl, where you thought
That's
you was
it?
going? Girl, that's what I'm like, it was that in my faith.
I'm talking about that's it. No.
But imagine then, like, I didn't know nothing but struggle. So it was just like, I can get a job. I'm going to get a job. It's
I'm
like,
going to figure it out.
I'm going to figure it out. So I wasn't thinking. Now, knowing how expensive it is, I probably wouldn't have. But at the same time, it's like,
you made it.
yeah.
So think about it if you would have changed your mind because you only had $176.
Exactly.
Okay, so you went back to LA.
I went to LA and then did make it, went back to Detroit, get my little money together, came back, and then I was there for like 2 years. And then like the last 6 months I signed with a modeling agency. I was working normal jobs at first. And then I'm like, you ain't come here for that. Got it together, got the courage, went to the agencies. Got rejected then too. But
were you still working all these jobs when you was going to the agencies?
The day that I signed my modeling contract, I got fired from Sprint. And I was stressed.
You got fired from Sprint?
I got fired from Sprint, and mind you, I was one of their top sales associates. I was in there catfishing, acting like I knew all the phones, all the things.
Girl, me too. Well, I wasn't at Sprint. I got fired from Hooters.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hooters.
I was the best Hooters girl they ever had.
Yes, I can see because you got personality.
Yeah, and my boobs are really big.
Yeah,
So,
the
yeah.
yitty.
But yeah, so I don't know. But maybe that's just God telling us
That's what it
that was
was.
just not the life for us.
Yeah.
For sure. So 6 months you auditioned for these agencies, and then when do you decide to go to New York?
The last 6 months of the 2 years. So I was there for 2 years total. And the first year and a half, I was working normal jobs. Last 6 months is when I got signed. And then
To a modeling agency. I don't even think we established that.
oh yeah, I
You
got
model.
signed to a model. Yeah, exactly. So I got signed to a modeling agency, and then all the clients were saying the same thing. Like, first off, I was barely getting castings, but when I did, they was just like, "You so beautiful," but like, you need to be in New York. So something was that was God's sign to telling me you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed
So
to go
why
to New
were
York.
they? Do you know why they would say that you need to be in New York?
It's a different market. Like LA is more commercial. New York is more fashion, like high fashion. So I didn't know that at the time, but I didn't care. I was listening. I was hearing it from so many people. So I'm like, this is a message, obviously. So I finally booked the job on my birthday. Got a couple bands, and I was like, oh my God, I'm rich.
Okay. Money coming in.
It was not looking back. It was not that much, y'all. But it was like, at that point, I had never made no money like that. So I was just like, oh my God, it's lit. I'm going to New York. Fuck y'all. Like, I'm out of here. Da, da, da. Agency set me up to meet with people, sign there. And then, yeah, it kind of like took off when I got there.
Okay. And during this whole process, you were Riley Montana.
Well, I got to New York as Ebony Riley, and then they changed my name to Riley Montana.
Why did they change your name?
Girl, I hate to say it, but just, the industry, like racist shit.
Color.
They didn't want me to be,
It's too urban. Ebony is an urban name.
Exactly.
I think Ebony is a beautiful name.
It's beautiful. I had to learn and grow to know that.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, you
But
back to yourself.
we back to her.
Okay, Ebony Riley, period.
We
Stop
back.
playing with her.
Exactly.
Big Ebony, not the little one.
Okay.
Okay. I love that for you, though. So the entire time you're in New York, you're Riley Montana. Are you getting more bookings?
As soon as I got to New York, it took off. Like, I shot Givenchy campaign first
Okay.
week. It just, it was doing, I was shooting French Vogue, Vogue Italia. Like, I was shooting a lot of stuff. I was working. And then from there, it went up, and then it kind of, because I start listening to people. Like, I'm always mention this, because it's not about what people were saying, it's more about what you internalize, what you accept, what you
accept
believe.
and apply.
Yeah, because somebody can come and tell me, like, you ugly, and it's like, bitch, no, I'm bad, bitch. Or I can be like, damn, like,
Am I ugly?
I am looking a
Right.
little dusty today.
I
It's
probably
like,
should get my lashes done.
right. So I think What was I saying?
Talking about getting bookings. You said it was a up, and then you hit like a
and then it
climax and
just
went down.
exactly. So then it kind of went down, but like that just go back to power of the mind. Like I'm always speak on that. The mind is just powerful, and I started to internalize what other people was putting on me and saying, and then it just kind of just snowballed. But then I recognized it eventually. Thank God.
How did you get out of that?
Just kind of hit my rock bottom, like me just finally just like being, because I know how powerful the mind is, and I watch me manifest all my blessings. So it's like, if you can manifest them and you watch you manifest the downfall too, get your shit together, like you know better.
For sure.
So it was really one of them, like, you know better, and then it's like you got your people still in the hood, like you still got shit to figure out. So it's like I ain't gonna never enjoy it if my people ain't eating too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I can't take care of everybody, but it's still like you got a place or a position where you can put people on or help as much as you know what to whatever capacity. So it's like, get your shit together.
So regardless, you feel like even though I'm in this slump, I still have to work.
I gotta figure it out because I know better. Everybody don't know how the power of the mind work. Everybody not aware of it. So it's like the fact that I'm aware of it is like, get it together. You ain't got no, like, you accepting to not be working, or you gonna get your shit together.
Because a lot of people, they hit places where they feel like, okay, this could just be the end all be all. But I just feel like as long as you have another day, you never know. You never know what could happen, for sure. So where does music come to play during this entire time?
Music saved my life. I got this playlist, my little gospel playlist. Thanks. Shout out to my grandma. She used to, she was torturing me as a child with it. I thought, now I'm
reading the Bible and stuff. My grandma was saying
she ain't play that. I was at Sunday school,
choir rehearsal
every week. I had to go to her swap meetings on Saturdays. I was at Friday night service. She had us in there, and then I didn't understand like how important it was. Not because of like the church, the system. Like I kind of feel different about like the church system now, because I noticed so much like it scared people away because it's real like hypocritical
and institutionalized.
Yeah, yes. And I feel like it's another form of segregation just to separate people. Where it's like we all come from the same creator.
Exactly.
But now I appreciate the lessons from the music, because the music was always uplifting. It was always reminding. Yeah. Sure. So as an adult now, those same songs, it's kind of like it take me back to a place, and it's like, damn. And it just get me right out. So I always listen to anytime I'm in a rut, I play my music, and it just like, it changed my whole
I love that.
Yeah.
So when you start creating music, were you still modeling, or was you just like, okay, so let me ask this. What made you stop modeling, or have you just taken a leave of absence?
No, I ain't stopped. Like, I still was doing jobs because I still got bills to pay. I was still in New York. So it's like, bills gotta still be paid. So I was still working with my like loyal clients, the ones that was always still booking me for my money and stuff. But then I start tiptoeing into music in 2015, but it wasn't really connecting because people were seeing me as a model. So they was trying to make me make music about Prada and like all the like name brands. It's like, I don't care about that shit. Like, I don't want to talk about that. And then, so like 2-3 years went down. And then 2018, I started working on it. And because this EP been worked on since 2018, been 4 years.
Really? So who were like your producers? Who like walked you into this role?
Tata, shout out to Tata.
Okay,
he
period.
don't like being he
Okay.
don't like being in the spotlight, but I got to give him his flowers because he is like, I'ma say it all the time, he a genius to me. Like,
how did y'all connect?
Just in the industry. Like, I was out at an event, and I met him through Jay Brown. And yeah, that was it.
And then y'all just started working together.
Originally, it was supposed to be acting because I guess he saw how dramatic I am. I'm a little character. And then I ended up like going some like, let me slide you. I mixtape it eventually, and showed him that I could sing. And
what was his initial reaction?
He was shocked because he didn't know, because I never mentioned it. Like, I never tried to sing a little note or nothing. I just was like, I don't know. Like, I don't be wanting to be that person.
Yeah, because then I'm kind of just like, I don't do well. Well, I do well with, like, I could take rejection, but I feel like I kind of over conceptualize rejection sometimes. So I'll kind of be like, no, I'm not going to tell you I do radio. I'm not going to tell you that I do this type thing. I'm not going to ask you for nothing right now. I'm just going to try to figure it out type thing. But imagine if you would not have slid the mixtape over. It
would have been crazy. I would have regretted that. But I was like, at that point, it was just like, what you going to lose? Like, it's nothing to lose. So it's like, you might as well. So it's like, we was already working on stuff about maybe like a year and a half at that point. So it was like, tell him you sing. And if he don't think you can, like, you got it, you gonna still figure it out. You know what I mean? If it's meant, it's meant.
Because somebody else might come along and they might think you can sing and they might want to help you out. But the fact that Tata thought you could sing is huge. So, yeah, that's definitely a blessing. So, we working on this project. And when do you say, okay, I think it's time for me to put out my music? Were you the person to say that? Or did somebody else have to kind of like instill that?
Nah, I don't think it was really us like doing it like that. It was more just like timing. Like COVID happened, so everything was a little slow motion. I recorded this in like in the middle of the pandemic. So then from there, it was just like everything was still like getting back in slow motion though. So I was trying to push it a little sooner, but then it just timing. Like I believe in timing. Like I don't like to rush stuff. So it's like when they made it make sense with the team label, because I'm signed with Interscope. Right. So when they made it all make sense, it was like, oh, okay, we got number time. Like,
so so you was never with Rock Nation. You was in the circles.
We figuring it out. So
okay,
yeah, we figuring it out.
I like that for you. You got choices. You know, got dibble here, dibble there. I like that. So. Of course, we talked about when the initial project came out. You had your listening party. Everybody was there. The Biebers, Meek Mill, Drake. And so now we're on this run promoting the project. What else can we expect from Ebony Riley? Are you acting? Can we see you like...
I am acting.
What? Where?
We gotta... It's coming.
I'm waiting for an exclusive, sis. I ain't okay.
Yeah, girl. No, I love... I don't know. I'm just a creative. I'm a creative. So I always, even when I was in like middle school and like elementary school, I always was in the plays. I was always trying to sing. So it's like, I'm gonna do all the things. If I got the opportunity, I'm about to show out. Cause I got that. Yeah.
And it's probably your church background too. I know me growing up, I had to do like the Easter plays and the Christmas plays.
Every last one of them.
Yeah, I feel like I do radio now because I always had to like get up and speak and say the scriptures in front of everybody. So
I love that for you. I love that.
I love that for you. Look what God does. Okay. Okay. Can we? I know the project just came out, but can we expect any new music? Are you doing any features with anybody?
Well, features, like, I want to just carry my weight a little bit for now on my own. Like, I want to, like, prove myself. I don't really if it happened, if somebody want to jump on my shot, I'll jump on it. But, like, I want to try to carry my own weight for a second.
Well, if somebody asks you to jump on that shit.
Yeah, I would love if it makes sense. Yeah, if it makes sense, of course. Like, I want to create. I want some iconic, legendary, like, shit we can listen to years from now. So, yeah, if it makes sense, I'm with it.
I love that. Yeah. So if you can give any advice to anybody that wants to be a model or an artist, a music artist, or both, because I feel like I don't know too many music artists, too many models that turn music artists, especially where I feel like it's hard for like YouTubers to get into like the music world, because they like, no, you do YouTube, like y'all always trying to sing, or like actresses to get in the music world. So if you can give any advice to the little girls that want to be models and music artists, what would you say?
Just don't listen to nobody.
Okay.
Like, in a sense of like, don't let nobody else scare you from your dreams. Like, if that's what you want to do, you gotta know that that's what you're doing, and it's gonna happen for you. You gotta see it, you gotta believe it, you gotta celebrate it before it even happens. Like,
I love that. Celebrate it before it even happens.
For real, it really all play a part in it. Like, girl, I done already got my speeches ready. I done got.
Okay,
like,
come on.
I'm like,
Grammys, yes.
Okay. No, it's really that believing, like, and not letting nobody turn you off your road. It's really that.
Well, I'm proud of you. I know this is just the beginning.
Thank you.
The EP is fire. I've been sending it in my group chats with my friends.
Yes.
So, yes, I wish you all the best. And whenever you need to come back to Chicago and turn up, call me,
girl. I'm gonna pull up on you, sir.
Okay, period.
Just to be specific, spitting, sifting through they airways like Bree specific. Got more power than 92.